Dustin Poirier. He goes in there, KOs Conor McGregor. The calf kick is a major talking point coming out of that fight. A lot of speculation about its origins. Can you help me clear up the issue of this calf kick origin?
Yeah, actually, I got a lot of backlash for it too because I posted a video like 2 days ago, me explaining about it. Man, it is what it is, man. Moves are moves. Everybody imitates design moves. So like, we didn't invent the Superman punch. You know what I mean? I didn't invent it. But we all imitated. But someone out there decided to pick up their leg, stick, throw it back. I just don't know who did it, but I'm just saying that. Now, I've been around the game since 2005, and I'd never seen it. I always seen people hit the thigh, and I always was taught to hit the thigh. The only time I ever seen it is when I got to my master. Cause I used to be in another gym.
Mm.
When I got to my master in 2008, a master, Cesar Canedo, he started telling me to start kicking the calf. So that's what I said. I'm like, to me, I never seen it, especially in the sport of MMA. If it happened in another sport, show me the footage. All right, because I'll show you the footage. I made the video for a reason. I show you the footage. You know what I mean? Show me the footage, and then I'll shut up. But a lot of people had a lot of problem with it, and like I was saying in other previous interviews, if you don't like what you read, I mean, you don't like what I posted, don't read it. You know what I mean? Master has been doing it for a long time. He actually, his first fighter to ever do it was Luis Palomino, known as Baboon, known as right now the bare knuckle champion,
Mm.
and the 155 bare knuckle champion. And he was the first one to ever done it inside a cage. But I know Master was the first person, he was the one, so it was taught to me. I mean, he taught it to me, and everybody's been doing it out of this gym. We do it. You gotta see the way I do it. That's what I tell people. I'm like, Dustin Poirier did it, and it was great, and it worked for him. But it was kind of stiff. It was a stiff kick. It was like he was sucking. It was like he was kicking a soccer ball almost. It didn't have the right whip. You know what I mean? So now, since McGregor didn't know about it, you know, it was just landing. But there's a way of throwing it the right way. It's a different whip. It's a different. You don't step so hard into it. You know, you actually have to stay more stationary to it so you don't see it. You know what I mean? Because if you step into it, then you could kind of like set up a right across to actually counter it. You know what I mean? You have to know how to throw it. And that took me years. I've been doing it for a long time until the last 3 or 4 years, not like 5 years, is when I've been able to use it as a weapon. I wasn't able to do that before. I'll hit it here and there, and something I did it wrong, I'll mess up my foot. I never got to break it, but I'll have like a big ball on top of my foot, and I'll have to take some weeks off from training, especially after fights. And like I said, I just posted that because it was never seen. And now you got a lot of people, you know, a lot of people came in and out of my gym. You know what I mean? So they take those techniques other places. But my biggest problem is that other people are trying to take credit for it. Coaches. Oh, I've been doing it. No, you didn't. Show me your fighters. Show me that you actually had people. You know, Chito Vera had his coach. Chito Vera said that his coach invented it. And you look at Chito Vera when he beat Sugar Sean. Yes, he beat him by that calf kick, but it was stiff and it was ugly. So you're not telling me you were doing that for such a long time. You just found out about it and you started doing it. The first person to ever done in the UFC was Ricardo Lamas against Matt Grice, right? He was the first person to ever done it. Then you started seeing people doing it. Guys like Ben Henderson to Frankie Edgar. You saw Amanda Nunez doing it in almost all her fights. You started to see Jose Aldo did it to Peter Yan recently. He lost that fight, but he was actually hurting him with a calf kick. Jorge Masvidal been using it himself. I use it myself. And now that I got into the UFC, you're able to see how natural I do it. It's because I've been doing it for years. It's not something I just found out about a year ago. I've been doing it since 2008. I've been doing it for 13 years. You know what I mean? And when I posted that, everybody had a problem, but I don't care. If you have a problem, you know, what are you going to do? Well, fuck yourself. Simple as that. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You know what I mean? You don't like it? Well, it's not my fault that your coaches are lying to you, talking about they invented it. You know where it came from. Everybody knows where it came from, you know? And it's not a big deal. It's like, yes, you know, somebody got in my comments on my post talking about, oh, wow, you know, somebody invented how to kick a leg. I'm like, it's not a leg. It's the calf. Because that's part of the leg. But nobody was kicking there. Everybody was taught to kick the thigh, especially because of Muay Thai fighters. Muay Thai fighters, guys like, especially in the octagon, guys like Marco Ruas, back in the days in the early UFC, Marco Ruas was doing it all the time. And I think he was finishing fights. But everybody's called her because of what I said, and it is what it is. I don't really care. You don't like what I post, don't read it.
Exactly. Well, I love hearing the history of a technique. I love being educated about the techniques, man. It's always fun, especially something that is so devastating. And hey, the proof is in the pudding because your first fight, you displayed it really well, the calf kick.
Yeah, so I had like about 15 to like 15 kicks, if I'm not wrong, over that, and they were all accurate. And you gotta see it. Go ask TJ how his leg feels. You know what I mean? You know, like I said, I'm not here to just be. What gets me mad is I hate fake people,
Mm.
and I hate pretenders, and I hate the fact that people out there try to pretend like they invented it. Just say, "Yo, we're doing it too, and we're winning like that." That's it. Like I said, I'm not gonna come and say we invented the Superman punch. No, we didn't. We all do it because I feel like the first person I remember seeing it doing it was George St. Pierre. You know what I mean? I started using a lot of the Superman punch. But I don't know really who created it. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
really don't. But I know one thing I do know is a calf kick. It was never seen until we started doing it. Now, what happened is that it took us so long to make noise. The man Master was building it since 2008, and it just took a long time to hit that level where we have now I have a lot of UFC fighters, a lot of great guys. So now we're being seen it, but being seen as like the second, third gym doing it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're giving credit to all the gyms doing it because they were doing it. They're displaying the bigger stage and in the big stage. So they thought like they were the ones who brought it. And now, like, now that I'm there, I'm here to let everybody know, no, we brought it, and my coaches are created it. And like I said, I don't. To me, I it's not a big deal. A lot of people made a big deal about it. It's not a big deal. But don't, like I said, like what my problem is this: when other people were claiming about it, nobody had a problem with them. I talk about it, now everybody had a problem with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is what it is, man. You know, y'all want to keep hating, keep hating. I don't really care. Get in the cage with me and get to see how fast I'm gonna throw that. You see how slow you're gonna throw it, how inaccurate you're gonna be with it. You're gonna see how accurate I'm actually gonna be with it. I don't, I'm not lying about it. I'm being as honest. I'm an honest person, man. I'm not here to lie about that. You know.